David and Goliath. This week's book Battalion breakdown, thanks to my friend Brian Johnson and the team at Optimize Heroic for giving us more wisdom in less time with 20-minute audio book summaries in 6-page PDFs. You can get the free app below, and you can find out what book I'm listening to every week for the entire year. Today, it's David and Goliath by Malcolm Gladwell. And I'm a big Malcolm Gladwell fan. His book Outliers, his book The Tipping Point, are some of my favorite audiobooks that I've ever listened to. I remember doing those driving across the country. And the big concept and point that I take away from David and Goliath is something that I remember learning from Ken Ravizza in Sports Psychology Graduate School 2002 and 3. It's called the inverted U. Now, I want you to imagine an upside down U, and there's an X and a Y axis that for those of us that are out of school for a while, we'll call it the north-south, east-west axis, right? So north-south is going to be like your energy level, your adrenaline level, your effort level. And then your, let's call that the east-west axis. So east-west axis across the bottom, right, is going to be your energy, effort, adrenaline, how hard you're working. And then the north-south axis is going to be your performance. Well, as you give more energy, more effort, more adrenaline, what happens to your performance? It goes up to a certain point. But then there becomes a tipping point. There becomes a point where that inverted U starts going backwards, right? And starts going back down where you're giving too much effort, too much energy, too much adrenaline, and your performance suffers. So in sports psychology, they call it arousal and performance. Arousal across the bottom, the more aroused you get, the more energized you get, the better your performance until the point where it starts to dip. And that is often the case in everything in life. We live in an inverted U world. Think about it. You work as an athlete, you get better, you get more popular, you get bigger contract, you get more fame, and then there comes a tipping point where you can't go out in public without people wanting to take a picture with you. You can't go places without people stopping you, asking for an autograph. And that may be fun and good until it happens every day, and then it could become part of that inverted U where it's no longer exactly the lifestyle that you're looking for. So remember, we live in a world of inverted U. We live in a world where the more you do something, it's probably going to become beneficial until it hits a tipping point where now it becomes problematic. So I know we have a large audience here in Mental Performance Daily community of coaches and of athletes, and I want you to think about it from a arousal, energy, effort standpoint. The more effort you give, you get a performance increase until a certain point where if it's life and death, as my mentor Ken Ravizza would say, you're just going to die a lot. So let's make sure that we dial in that right ideal performance state. Let's make sure that we dial in that right energy and effort state to live in the middle of that inverted U to give us the best chance for success.
Thanks for checking out Mental Performance Daily with Brian Cain, an Ironclad original. If you like the show, be sure to leave us a rating, review, and comment. We'll see you tomorrow.